Hi everyone, welcome back to your another enthralling episode of iPhone Blog, the YouTuber where we help quality people to pick up quality products. So in today's video presentation, I have four important things with context to iPhone photography. And these are those features which, if I go with my survey on Google, I think not everybody is aware. So I thought, why not create a presentation and share with people about these magical four features on iPhone SE onwards. Right. So post the launch of iOS 13 and 14, a lot of good camera, inbuilt features have been given to iPhones, and these are some of the basic features which I felt I should let you know because creating a great photography requires a lot of practice, time, and a great understanding of your iPhone camera as well. So, with the help of this entire video presentation, I'm going to focus some of the outstanding but yet very basic information which everybody should keep in mind. So, let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about those two unbelievable tips which I just talked about. And this is in context to iPhone camera settings. So what you need to do first, you have to go to an option called settings. And in the setting option, you have to first go and select your iPhone camera. So this is the camera option of iPhone. Now, with the help of iPhone SE and beyond, and post the release of, let's say, so-called iOS 13 and 14, a lot of good things have come as an inbuilt advantage for photography. So the first thing first, which you all need to keep in mind, is to click on the grid option. Now this grid option, what you see, it should always be on switched on mode. And once you do that, what it does, it produces the grid. So let us now quickly go to the camera. So if I open my iPhone camera, just a second, you should be able to see the difference. So this is the grid I'm talking about. Now this is a shot of a grid which you must have while shooting any of your videos. And for that, the reason is when you do that, it'll have better picture, better noise reduction. You would never have any such error, or let's say poor photography, because those grid lines are going to help you to capture the images in a more efficient and a beautiful way. So always remember, you have to have your grid lines on whenever you're about to go for a wonderful photography. That's tip number one. Tip number two, for that we have to go again and open our iPhone camera. So when you open an iPhone camera over here, the first thing what you all have to remember is you have to learn the autofocus mode. Now autofocus mode is going to be activated when you keep a tap on the screen and do it for a couple of seconds. You see a sun. Now with the help of this sun feature, you can really enhance the brightness, which is, I'll just show you. See that? See that? Yes. Yes, see? It's going more brighter. You can reduce as well, which is like this. Yeah? Like this. So when you do these functions, it will enable you to have more accurate exposure, the background, and the overall clarity on your photos, which is a very, very helpful tip for anyone who is aspiring to be a great photographer. Tip number three, which is again, we have to go back to iPhone camera settings and again the camera mode. So over here, if you want to lock your particular exposure, let's say this is a colorful paper I have, and if you want to lock it, then I just have to click it like this for 2 seconds, and post to which on top of my screen you will see an option called AE/AF lock, which means the correct exposure has been locked right now, and it will not give any hiccups whatsoever whenever you're about to shoot the best possible photo. So that's tip number three. Now tip number four is in context to so-called the zooming. Whenever you are about to zoom, or let's say you're about to click an object from a distance, we tend to go like this. Trust me, it is not a good practice, because when you zoom in your photos, iPhone will give you the image in a crop mode, which will definitely have more blur, more noise. So never ever shoot any of the iPhone photos with so-called a function of blur, or let's say zoom mode. So never ever switch on with the zoom mode if you're shooting a beautiful picture. Last but not the least, talks about the function of flash. I'm not somebody who is a huge fan of flash, even though flash is required whenever you go for a night photography, especially if you happen to have iPhone SE, or let's say iPhone 7 or iPhone 8. Beyond that, you do get night mode with certain quality. But then a lot of people, those who use flash in the night, trust me, you may be able to capture the object, but then again, the overall quality with flash is ridiculously poor. So I would never recommend you to have your flash on, especially while shooting a dim photo or a dim video in the lifetime. Well, that's it. With this note, I want to say thank you to one and all for tuning in today for today's video presentation on how to get better with iPhone photography with 4 magical tips. This is from my end, and I hope to see you next time in another interesting video of iPhone and many other gadgets. Till the time, you have a great day.